Hi, welcome to Nina in the Kitchen, where today we're gonna knock out some gnocchi. I love gnocchi. If you don't know what they are, they're Italian dumplings made usually from potato. You can make them from other things. But today we're doing potato gnocchi, and they are like little pillows of love. They're light, they're doughy. I just love the texture of them. And it's nice to switch things up with pasta sauces. So let's just get right to it. The best potato to use in gnocchi is a baking potato. This is a russet. And what you do to bake it is I just take a fork and pierce a few holes in it, put it in the oven at 425 degrees, which is 220, I believe, Celsius. And you let them cook for about an hour in that hot oven. And what happens is when you open it, and by the way, there's a proper way to open a baked potato. Did you know that? You're not supposed to use a knife. You're supposed to use your fork and just create a line straight down the center and then pop it open. And there's your baked potato. I know, a proper way to do it. Nobody asked me, so that's why. Anyway, so then you let these cool off so that you can handle them, but you still want them to be hot. And also use them when they're still warm. If you let them cool completely, that changes the starch structure in it, and your gnocchi tend to be more gummy than light. So, okay, this is something called a potato ricer. And I have a potato in here. I've taken the meat out of the jacket, put them in there. I have a clean counter, and all that I'm going to do is press this potato out. You can use a food mill for this, and you could probably, although I've never done it, use a fork and just press all of the lumps out of the potato, but you do want this to be very, very smooth. And I'm just going to do the same with these other two potatoes that I have here. 1 pound of potato will yield about 4 to 6 servings, depending on your serving size. 4 to 6 servings of gnocchi. And by the way that you say it, because people over the years have told me, I can't pronounce it, I can't say that word. The way that you say it is the way that you would say onion. That nya sound from onion is the same as gnocchi. So it's not gnocchis, it's gnocchi. You can do it. Okay, here it is. This is about 1 pound of potatoes, 454 grams. And what I'm going to do now is just put a little sprinkle of salt on here. I like the way the hot potatoes drinks things in. I like to season this now somewhat. And 1 egg. And the reason for the egg is just to ensure a binder. This is called the well method. So you make a little well out of whatever it is you're making, and you just start beating the egg. You can use this method for making bread or pasta. How much flour you use depends on your potato. You know, we're working with fresh produce, so there's really no clear-cut answer there. Just put a little bit at a time. Some people say that 1/2 cup of flour, which is about 60 grams of flour, for 1 medium potato is what you need. But really what you need is whatever your potato calls for. Let your food speak to you. Now at this point, it's starting to form a dough already. So even though it's kind of shaggy, I know I'm going to need more flour, so I'm just going to take it, get rid of the fork, and you can start kneading with a bench scraper. Bench scraper is really a great tool here. Okay, you know, actually that looks pretty good. I can get my hands in there without being too gloppy. The idea here is to put as little flour in here as you can. It's a very light kneading. I'm not mashing this. I'm just very gently pushing this away. And as with all doughs, an experienced hand knows when to stop. However, even if you're not experienced, I'll show you a way that you can test these to make sure that what you're doing is working out for you. This dough has eaten up all of that flour. It's still a little tacky when you touch it. I'm going to test it right now, see where we are. I just take a little piece, and I like to do it from the center, and I just make a little ball like that, flatten it out, and there's your gnocchi. But let's test it in some water. Okay, this is boiling water, and just watch it. Now, I know already this is going to hold together, so that's a good gnocchi. It's a good quality. You see how it's kind of floating around in there? That means that it's light. When it rises to the top, what I do is I let them cook for, let me get this up to a boil again. I just wanted you to see that, but if this were a dough that's too wet, this would break apart and the potato and flour would be all over the pan. When it rises to the top, then leave it for another 30 seconds or so just to ensure that the flour and the egg are cooked all the way through. And there is your potato gnocchi. I've divided the dough into half, but what you want to do is work with pieces that are about the size of an egg. And you just start with the dough, and you can roll it with one hand until you get it going. Then you keep your fingertips together and you roll with a little, just gentle pressure. And as this gets longer, you open your fingers out. So you start fingers closed, and then as the rope spreads, your fingers spread as well. And now right here, I have a thin part. That's not a problem. It's just potato dough. So you just smush it together until you make it the size that you want. These are like a pasta, and you want them in bite-sized pieces. The gauge on this is probably, about the gauge that one of my fingers is. You cut these into little 1-inch pieces, or, really as big or small as you like. And there are 3 different ways that I know to make gnocchi. What you want to consider is that these gnocchi are going into a sauce, and you want the sauce to cling to this. So what you do is you make a little cup on the inside, just like that with your thumb. But there are different ways that you can do this. You can either do it just like I showed you, just using your thumb. So you have a smooth surface on one side and the cup on the second side. Another way to do it is to use a fork. And when you use a fork, you push it along with your thumb, and then you have ridges on one side and the cup on the other side. So that's with a fork. And then you have these paddles, which I find to be the easiest. And what you do is you take your thumb again, and you just push it down the paddle, and then you have these smaller ridges and the cup on the other side. And so these are the 3 ways that you can make gnocchi. Whichever is easiest for you is the one I think you should do. And for me, that is the least awkward way for me, is to use these paddles. And it also is very quick. Look at that. I can just knock the gnocchi out. I can just knock these out in no time. And there are your beautiful gnocchi. Another thing that I want to mention is that as you're rolling these out, keep flour nearby, because what happens is the potatoes kind of drink in the flour as you go. You always want to make sure that your work surface is floured when you do these. Now you can use these right away. You can make a dinner or a lunch and have these today, and they will be greatly appreciated by whoever you have over to eat. But what I'm doing is I'm going to put these on in a well-floured pan. These are going into the freezer. You want to freeze them when they're at one level like this. And then after they're frozen, and it takes about an hour, you can pop these off of here just scrape them off with your bench scraper, put them into a Ziploc baggie and keep them in your freezer. And then whenever you want gnocchi, you just take them out and you have a delicious dinner. Okay, I had a pot of water, put some gnocchi in. This is boiling salted water. These have been boiling for, I would say, just about 2 minutes. They're ready to come out. And there they are. This is just a simple tomato sauce that I had in the fridge. It's actually called a principesce, a princess sauce. It smells so good as soon as it hits the gnocchi. And then just a little cheese on top of that. And that is a nice little bite. I'd be happy to try one for you. The texture is silky smooth, but because it's a dough, it's light and just sort of melts in your mouth. It's so delicious. And I don't care where you buy your gnocchi, if you get them commercially made, they're not like this. These are the best. I hope you try this. Very simple to do. 3 ingredients, well, and salt. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.